It's the end of another year. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is my 2019 favourites video and it's also the 30th day of Vlogmas. So I did this video last year basically to showcase my favourite Disney things I bought last year. I have added in a few non-Disney things this year and this is actually going to be a monthly feature on my channel. So if you enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up and let me know down below that you enjoyed it. So I'm still in my room, but you usually see me facing that way. I've decided to face this way so that you could see the main bulk of my collection because 2020 is going to be all about actually showing you what is in my room. So I really hope you stick around and subscribe for that. Before I roll the intro, I would just really like to thank you for all of the support I've had over Vlogmas and this year. I have had a crazy year. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers now, which is my 2020 goal, which you will see on Wednesday, and it's all down to you guys. Every opportunity I've had this year is down to you guys. Every brand that's wanted to work with me is down to you guys, and I can't thank you enough. So I'm going to play the intro now and then we will get on to my 2019 favourites video. So in this 2019 favourites video, it's going to be broken down into categories, as well as showing you my favourite things from my favourite stores. I'm also going to show you my favourite things I got from the parks this year, as well as telling you some of my favourite YouTubers and also some of my favourite beauty products this year. So we are going to start with Shop Disney because this is a Disney video. So that was a quick preview of what I've chosen for my favourite items this year. If you didn't see all of the Christmas decorations I bought, then click the card up above to see my Shop Disney haul for Christmas. But the one I've decided to spotlight in this video is the Donald Duck 85th decoration. I think this is done so much better than Mickey's 90th decoration, and I knew as soon as I saw preview pictures that I just had to have it. It is in their Sketchbook Legacy collection. It was the 8th out of 10. I've got a few of them this year, but I haven't got all 10. And it was just £13. And obviously it's going to stay out all year because it's not Christmas specific. So that is my first favourite of the year. That decoration was actually released as the final wave of decorations this year. It wasn't actually released on Donald's birthday in June. But what was, however, is another one of my favourite items, and you may notice it's missing from there if you know the layout of my room well enough. And that is the 85th anniversary Donald plush. I really love vintage plushes. Two of my favourite plushes are the vintage Minnie and Mickey from the Walt Disney Family Museum that I had picked up for me. So when I saw that this was being released, I just had to get him. He was £25. My mum actually went to the store to get him for me because I was actually working, and this was the day you could get the Donald Duck key. I am going to show you my Disney key collection very soon, so don't worry about that. But this is one of my favourite plushes of the year. He has a stamped foot and I just love the detail on him. He goes really nicely with my January Mickey memories and I just absolutely adore him. So that is my second favourite. They're actually not in order, I just mean that that's the second one that I'm showing you. And then Mickey Mouse was 91 this year, so they couldn't do something as special as, say, the Mickey Memories collection, which I collected in 2018, but they did release a leather Mickey. Now I also got the large one, but I wanted to show you the small one. I am actually in search of the white version that America got, but the cheapest I've found him for is like £30 plus postage, and I'm not willing to pay that. So I may never end up with that one, but I'm really glad to have gotten this one. He was £15 and he's got this really cute tag, and I just really love the feel of this leather plush. I hope they'll do more like this. Remember, if you're in the UK, that Shop Disney UK are announcing their new monthly collection. on the 1st of January, so make sure you go and see what that is. I really hope it's a mini memories collection. Obviously, I really enjoyed collecting the Wisdom collection, but Minnie has been very overlooked with all of the monthly collections recently. So fingers crossed we get Minnie, and I will be bringing you a full Wisdom collection very, very soon, guys. The next thing I want to show you from Shop Disney is a microwave hottie, and I opted for the Pua. I do also have the Dumbo, and if I needed another one I would get the Stitch. But this Pua was £20. You put him in the microwave for 45 to 60 seconds depending on your microwave, and then his belly gets all hot for you to use as a hot water bottle basically. He's got dried lavender inside him, which is what heats up when you stick him in the microwave, and he's just so cute, so he had to be one of my favourites. And then my final favourite you did see in the thumbnail, and it's the XL Cuddlies Stitch. So as you guys know, I do love Cuddlies. I did do a full video reviewing the different styles of Cuddlies, but this was before this guy got released, so I might have to do another video about the Cuddlies, and maybe also put in the Disney Dreams plushes from the parks. He was supposed to be £80, but as you guys know, I got him for £64 in the Black Friday sale. He is so big, I sleep with him every single night, and he's just one of the best things to happen to me, to be honest, so I love my Stitch. Now I'm going to show you what I loved from Primark this year. So this year, the world's biggest Primark opened in Birmingham back in April. So I have been very lucky to live close to that store. I'm about a 15-minute drive away from that Primark, and they do generally get the best stock. So I have been very lucky to get everything I wanted from Primark this year. These pyjamas are actually from Primark, and so are these slippers. I just absolutely love Primark. So the first thing I'm going to show you is a new hat I bought, and yes, it does match my car. So I got this Minnie Mouse hat for £5. It's really stretchy, so it's not tight on your head, and these little pom-poms move when you move your head. And obviously it matches my car, so I had to get it. I do need to show you guys my car because I've done so much more to it since the last time you saw it, but I absolutely love this hat. Then another thing I loved from Primark this year are these fake succulents. So I'm not good at looking after plants and flowers, so to be able to get such a cute fake plant that I cannot possibly kill is just the best idea for me. I chose the one that says I only speak Disney, and it only cost £5. I know exactly where it's going to go, but you guys are going to have to find out. The next thing you would think I wouldn't need if I had that microwave Pua that I showed you, but another thing I got from Primark which I loved is this Sully hot water bottle. I'm so happy that Primark have started doing Monsters Inc merchandise. I have a few pairs of pyjamas and also this obviously, so I'm really hoping that they come out with a bedding set in 2020. Primark, if you're listening, everybody wants a Monsters Inc bedding set. Everybody. So he cost £8, and even though I haven't had to use him yet, I have used Primark hot water bottles in the past, and they are really great. So I'm really glad I managed to pick this one up. The next thing I have in two different styles. I also have the frozen style, but since it's on my bed, I wanted to show you the Christmas Sherpa throw. It was either £16 or £18, but if you guys watch my Primark Disney haul, I did tell you the price, so just go back and watch that video if you need to know prices. So on one side it's this soft blanket material, and then on the other side it's this fuzzy Sherpa, and honestly it's so warm. If you guys don't know, I don't sleep in my bed sheets because of all the plush on my bed. It would really frustrate me to keep having to take them off the bed every day, so I sleep with a blanket on top of my bed, and honestly it's really warm because you've got the duvet underneath you and then a blanket on top of you, rather than just having a sheet and a duvet, if that makes sense. So this is really warm. I've been sleeping so great, and once I've put all of my Christmas stuff away, I've still got the frozen Sherpa throw, so I really hope that Primark bring out more of these Disney blankets. They're also a lot bigger than the regular Primark Disney blankets that are about £6. They're really tiny, and I have to sleep with two, but that one I only need one blanket. And then the final thing has been quite a pain recently because it gets a lot of bits stuck to it. But I absolutely love this Minnie Mouse cuddle cushion. It was £15 and it does get a lot of bits caught on it. I think you can see some there. So I did try going over it with the vacuum, which didn't work. And then I went over it with my Minky Bobble Remover, which is basically a fabric shaver. And that sort of worked, but it still hasn't gotten everything. And obviously my dog hairs stick to it as well. But I really love this. I find it really useful when I'm editing because it's basically like a big back cushion. So when I'm editing, I have it behind me just so that I don't get a bad back when I'm editing, because that used to happen a lot. Just being sat in front of a computer with your back fully straight for all those hours is really hard on your back. So it's really helped having this. And it does even have a handle, which I obviously don't need because I don't take it anywhere, but it's nice to know I've got the option. I also need to know whether I can put it in the washing machine because that would really help with all of the bits on it. Now we're going to move on to my favourite things from the Disney parks. So as you guys know, I was very, very lucky indeed. I got to go to 3 Disney resorts this year. We went to Disneyland Paris, we went to Tokyo Disneyland, and we went to the Disneyland Resort in California. So I have done 3 resorts and 6 parks this year, which is amazing. It has been my best year for Disney trips, and I can't thank my mum and dad enough for making that possible for me. So the first thing I'm going to show you was actually in my Christmas box from James at Pin Pals, so I will leave a card up above if you haven't seen that box swap. So he got me this gorgeous Walt Disney Day pin. I knew it existed, but I wasn't sure I would be able to get it from anywhere, so when he surprised me with it, I was absolutely over the moon. I got really emotional in that video, and obviously I kept it in so that you guys could see my genuine reaction. So that is one of my favourite pins I've got this year. But I do actually have a lot more pins. There's actually one pin I got from Disneyland that I completely forgot to put in my haul, and that is my Star Wars Galaxy's Edge pin. I didn't go for opening, obviously, but I did get to see it, and this was by far my favourite pin out of all of the Galaxy's Edge pins. But for some reason it didn't end up in my Disney Parks haul, and honestly I just don't know why. It wasn't with the others for some reason. I put all the pins together when I packed, but then this one was just somewhere else and I found it too late. So this was also from Disneyland, and it was $15.99 because I put prices in that video. And then I got one Christmas decoration from the parks, and honestly I was so terrified he was going to get broken, and it's the partner statue. I believe it was $24 before tax, I could be wrong. I absolutely had to get this. One of my favourite items in my collection is my bronze partner statue that I was bought for my 21st birthday by my parents. So I had to get this miniature because I can take pictures of this one more easily than my bronze statue. And then I had to show you something from my Tokyo trip. There were a lot of great pieces of merchandise that I bought from Tokyo, and I'm going to leave a link in the description to all of my parks hauls from this year so that you can see them. One of my favourite things about Tokyo is their pass holders. So these don't hold a lot. There's a little thing at the back that they say you can hold tickets in, but everyone says they fall out. But I've actually still got my Oyster card in, and you saw how difficult it was for me to just get that out. So I actually think that that's quite a great place to hold tickets. And then there's a little pouch here. I usually just put spare change, pin traders, stuff like that in there. And obviously Gelatoni was one of my favourite characters in Tokyo. These were really reasonable as well. Before our trip I was watching a Sully one for £40 on eBay. And then when we got there, they were like the equivalent of £15. So I will never ever buy one on eBay. I will always try and get one closer to the retail price. But these are absolutely gorgeous. And then something I got from Disneyland Paris. I was actually going to wear a Spirit jersey for this video, but I'm hoping to bring you guys a Spirit jersey collection video at some point next year, because most of my Spirit jerseys were bought this year, so it would be unfair to pick one favourite. But one of my favourite things I bought from Disneyland Paris was my Sully hat. So if you guys know my intro well enough, me and Joe both got Sully hats. I think it was €18, so it was a really reasonable price for a hat, and it's just so warm. Makes me feel a bit Russian, but I really like it. I've just messed my hair up now, but I can't wait to wear this again with Joe because we haven't been wearing them to the parks recently. It was too warm in Tokyo for them, and it was obviously too warm in California, so we are debating wearing them to Alton Towers at some point. And then you guys know I love my pizza, so I had to get this Disney Eats pizza cushion. I think it was about $25. It wasn't unreasonable. It got vacuum packed to bring it home, and honestly I just love it so much. I usually just use it when I'm watching TV. I put it as an extra pillow behind my head, and it's just so squishy, and it always makes me hungry when I look at it, because there's just been so much detail put into it to make it look like an actual slice of pizza. Joe wanted the strawberry donut pillow, but then he decided not to get it, but I'm really glad I got the pizza pillow. And then the final thing I want to show you for my Disney Parks portion, I actually didn't get myself. I got it on eBay from a seller in Florida, so it came from Walt Disney World, not Disneyland, because we never saw it in Disneyland, and as you guys know if you saw the vlogs, I ended up with Pua instead. So this is the Disney Dreams Sully. He is absolutely adorable. This is why I want to do another Cuddlies video, because there's Dreams plushes as well that I would like to compare. He is so soft and squishy, and I just love his sleeping face. I'm really glad that with eBay you can find people selling things for a reasonable price. I don't mind them making profit, but when it's nearly double what you would pay if you bought it yourself, that's when I get angry. But I got this for a very reasonable price, and I'm so glad I managed to get it. So that is everything that I got from the Disney parks. So now some other random favourites. I was going to do a whole food section, but there's honestly only like one thing that I want to shout out, and that's the Morrison's hazelnut white chocolate spread. It's £2.50. And if you guys know Happy Hippos, this spread tastes exactly like the inside of a Happy Hippo. It's a little bit thicker than the inside of a Bueno, but if you know Buenos, it's sort of like the inside of a Bueno as well. So I'm absolutely obsessed with this. I'm hoping in my monthly videos I will show you more of what I've enjoyed eating and things like that, because in 2020 I do want to eat healthier, so I do need to give up that hazelnut spread. Now I want to talk about some beauty items. Now, as you guys know, I don't wear any makeup whatsoever, but I do put a lot of care into my hair most of the time. It's a little bit frazzled at the ends today because I do need to wash it. Today's my hair washing day. So when I do need to wash it and I don't get time, I do rely very heavily on dry shampoo. And I couldn't find a dry shampoo that I liked until I watched a Brad Mondo video. I'm one of those people that when I need a YouTube video to watch, I generally watch videos outside of my niche. I'm going to talk about some of my favourites in a moment, but I do love Brad Mondo's videos, and he did a video comparing all of the different American brands of dry shampoo. He must have spent about $300, $400, something like that, on dry shampoo so that he could do this comparison. But obviously the ones that came top, they didn't sell in the UK. So that made me do a little bit more research, and I came across Collab. So I got this one from Sainsbury's, but I've also bought them from Boots in the past. They're a really reasonable price. They are cruelty-free and vegan, and they don't leave a white residue in my hair unless obviously I'm spraying it like this. If I spray it like that, it doesn't leave a white residue, and it makes my hair smell really nice and feel really clean. So I am obsessed with these dry shampoos. And then you guys know what my favourite brush is going to be this year. This is a wet brush that I was actually gifted by the company to celebrate their range. They are available on QVC and some other websites. If I can find a link to it, I will leave it in the description down below. But I absolutely love this. You can see I love it by how much hair is in it. But it's just really kind and gentle on my hair. And my hair has been so much healthier since I started using this. And if you guys saw my Frozen haul, you will know that I've got the Elsa brush as well. And then finally for the hair portion, I've also changed hair dryers as well as hairbrushes. I have opted for the Revlon Pro Collection Salon one-step hairdryer and volumizer. As I describe it to people, it's basically just a hairbrush with a hairdryer in it. It's really good for my hair because when I used to dry my hair, it used to get really knotted, and then I used to have to use a detangling brush to detangle it, but now I am brushing it as I dry it, and as you can see, my hair is so much healthier. I actually got this from Boots, but I think it's available on Amazon, so if it is, I will leave a link in the description for you guys. And then the only skincare item I've used at all this year was actually for that really bad sunburn I got in California. If you saw towards the end of the vlogs, I had really severe sunburn and I did actually have to see the doctor. I had to go on steroid cream for it because it was basically second-degree burns. There were burns under the surface of my skin. When my leg went purple, it was because I had burst a blood vessel under the skin because of how severe the sunburn was, and it was just horrible. I'm never going to make that mistake again. Ever since that day, my legs have been completely covered up. But what I used when my legs started to heal was the Body Shop Amazonian Saviour. I know this works with tattoos, but I can now confirm that it helped with my sunburn because it just turned it to a very light tan. I was using it 2 or 3 times a day. I haven't used the whole tub yet, but my leg is completely healed now, so I don't need it anymore. But I just wanted to shout out the Body Shop because this was an excellent buy. And this is cruelty-free and vegetarian. So those are my favourite beauty items. That's not something I usually do, but I just wanted to mention those items as they have become must-haves in my house. And then for the last portion, I just wanted to mention some YouTubers I've loved this year. I have chosen 2. Like I said when I was talking about Brad Mondo, who I also love, I do like to watch videos outside of my niche when I need to de-stress. So I became absolutely obsessed with the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star series. I really wanted to get their clear gloss because I don't wear regular makeup, but I would have loved a clear gloss that supported both Shane and Jeffree, but unfortunately I couldn't get it. But there is talks of a restock in March, so wish me luck that I managed to get it then. And the other YouTuber I'm absolutely obsessed with right now and has helped me so much with my channel without her even knowing she has is Catherine at the Content Bug. She is a YouTuber who does videos about how to make your YouTube channel better. I've taken on board a lot of what she's said. I watch every single video she creates, and it's all been so helpful. So I hope that you see a positive change to my YouTube channel in 2020 because I have been taking on board all of her advice. So that's it from me today, guys. That is my 2019 favourites. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and tell me in the comments what's your favourite thing that you have loved this year. It doesn't have to be Disney, it can be anything at all. I would just like to discuss with you what your favourite items have been this year. I will see you guys tomorrow for a very long video. It is actually my bloopers video. All year, every time I've tripped over my words or dropped something or anything like that, I have put it in a bloopers video. It is over 20 minutes long, but I really hope you come back and laugh at me with me. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!